Hi everyone, welcome to Laughtail Theories. Here, in this episode, we will discuss the latest manga chapter 980 of One Piece. Here, I am joined with my brother.
Hey, I'm Bhavya.
My name is Tapesh, and we will start with this discussion now. Let me go over the summary, and then we can discuss about the chapter later on. So, Luffy starts the brawl with Kaido's lackeys after he sees the food go to waste. Zoro joins in the wake to stop him, but they are too loud and they get sighted despite their disguises, which confuse the enemy at the start. Captain Kidd sees this as kiddish and keeps away from Queen, locates Luffy, and then he declares a bounty on Luffy and Zoro, saying that he will open up a seat in Tobiropo for anyone who catches Zoro and Luffy. Seeing this, Scratchman Apu, who is now a part of Kaido's crew, attacks and lands a deadly strike on Luffy and Zoro. With this, Zoro decides to free carrying Luffy. Various gifters see this as an opportunity and start attacking Zoro and Luffy. Eustace Kid, who sees Apu, is enraged and decides to intervene despite obvious risks and smacks Apu with his mechanical hand.
Now we go into our next segment, things you might have missed. So on the first page, we see that Lola is getting engaged. Her whole motivation of escaping from Big Mom was to find true love. We see it on the cover page. She's getting proposal.
Yes, in these series, we see Gang Beege's family, and we had seen Lola unite with uh, her sister Chiffon earlier, and then in the last episode, we saw Pound, who is alive. We saw a precise proof with the bloody sword that he would have died. We had a great ending for him, but it seems very unusual that Oda will keep this character alive, though it serves no purpose, but still we are delighted to see him alive. Let's move on.
As usual, see Luffy never adhering to a plan. He jumps into the fight first and then thinks of his actions later.
This is actually following into place, right? This is as per plan of Kinemon. He wanted someone to distract the enemy, and Luffy is the right person to do it. But we see Zoro also join in with this distraction, and he's also slashing things up.
At least Zoro did not get lost, right?
Yes, we were expecting that Zoro will get lost, but he did not apparently. That was a relief, right? We were thinking that it will be the simple narrative wherein Luffy and Zoro get lost. Luffy will start some brawl, and Zoro will find some enemy to fight with. But this is the first time, I guess, Zoro and Luffy have teamed up in a while. In the last arc, wherein they went to save Sanji at Big Mom's Island. It was without Zoro, and we were missing Zoro. So now we have seen Zoro and Luffy back in action together as a team, which is a delight to see.
Moving on, we see that Queen had declared a bounty on Luffy and Zoro and opened up a position in Tobiropo. What are your thoughts on that?
So actually, it was quite amusing to see that he had already planned for a seat to be getting vacant in Tobiropo. I think it might have to do something with Drake getting caught by Queen, and he has decided to kill him.
As you correctly remember, Drake is a part of the Marine unit. He was a captain and he's now undercover acting as a pirate under Kaido.
It might be that he has some grudge with anyone else, and we might find out later that he is planning to do something with Page. He's going to kill him, but most likely it is Drake, because we have been shown that he is a government agent, and he was on call with Toby discussing the plans which are going on in Wano. But it was a very very good disguise in a line that he opened up a seat for everyone, but we did not get to see what is it in his mind regarding the seat, who he is going to kill, on how he's going to open that seat up.
Moving on, we saw that since Apu attacked Luffy, got a really bad blow, and we did not expect this from him. Seeing that his bounty recently increased to 1.5 billion, we were expecting him to perform really well in this fight, but we saw that Zoro had to
Yes,
carry
actually,
him.
Apu is a part of first generation, and we like I had already always seen him as a very small fry in the grand scheme. I did not expect that he will rise up someday and he'll be able to put deadly strikes on Luffy and Zoro at the same time and not getting hit himself. Like this is very unusual. He has not climbed up in the ranks of Kaido's hierarchy. Maybe it's the power of his devil fruit. Maybe he has something else up his sleeve, but we are yet to know that.
So one unusual thing we also saw that was that Kid attacked Apu. He was calling this childish, but as soon as he saw Apu, the anger in him rose and he attacked him.
We can expect that from Kid. He has always been like Luffy. He has no control on himself. He just needs a reason for his anger, and I think seeing Apu, all the anger arose about the problems with Apu created. They had an alliance, right? So Apu finally gave in, and then he joined Kaido Pirates,
Yeah,
which
his
was
exit was a big blow to Kid.
it was a fitting ending, I guess. And I think Kid will take care of Luffy, and Zoro does not need to worry about it now. I think both of them will now fight Queen, who is the
Yeah.
obvious choice right here. And both of them have Conqueror's Haki. They wanted to test out Zoro with his sword, and Luffy with the armor he has. Armor technique he has learned on.
Seeing them pair up will be quite fun, I believe, because we have not seen that in. They have always been fighting separate fights. They have always had separate enemies because we always expected them to rise to occasions. But here we see a formidable enemy, and we'll see them in action together. I'm hoping.
And if you see the number of characters, they have increased in numbers. So there is Eustace Kid, who is a different crew altogether. Then we have Law and his team, and then we have Kinemon and the 9 Scabbards. Those are too many people who will be fighting, and we have Jinbei also who has joined. I think Jinbei has another big role. I think he'll be fighting Yamato, the son of Kaido, who I think is lurking behind in shadows. We saw in the last chapter, but I think that is yet to follow.
Yeah. For all the music lovers, fighting music. Did you all notice that when Eustace
Yes.
Kid attacks Apu, he shouts, "Punk Jackson."
It was a quite comical ending wherein Apu, who has a power of music, he's been smashed with the power of music itself, and Eustace Kid is being ironical there, and he uh, gets that mechanical hand and then strikes with Funk Gibson. It was a fitting end to the episode. I think that's all for our discussion today. We'll be concluding this talk today, but it was a fun episode, and I think we'll be having more such episodes wherein we give first reaction to One Piece manga. Be sure to subscribe this channel, and if you liked it, please hit that like button.